Hey everyone, so in today's video I'm going to be telling you guys how I found out I was pregnant, and some of you may already have known if you follow me on Instagram. If you don't, check down below for my Instagram, and you guys can follow me if you would like to kind of keep up to date, even though I don't post a lot on there about my pregnancy. So yes, I am pregnant. It is not a lie, it's not a rumor, I don't know. I actually haven't filmed in a super long time. Being pregnant is part of the reason why, but also because school just started and I just finished basically my last summer ever. But in this video, I'm not going to focus on my complete life. I'm just going to be focusing on the fact that I'm pregnant and how I found out. If you guys want any other videos about baby daddy, he was my boyfriend, we're not together anymore, but we were together, and no, we did not break up because of the child. He is going to be a part of the baby's life. But if you guys want anything like that, just let me know and I'll do a separate video. So let's go ahead and get started. It's literally the third time I've tried to film this clip, but I keep rambling, so let's get to the point. Okay, so my last period I ever had was on May 26th. That was the first day of it, and I remember because I went to a party that day, or that night, and I started my period. And this period was literally the worst period I ever had, as in the pain-wise. I literally could not walk almost because my back hurt so bad, and I've never ever had a period like that before, and I literally had to call off work because I couldn't even barely walk. So that happened, and then after that I kind of stopped partying. I was like, alright, you're going to school this year, you gotta get ready, it's your senior year and blah 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 blah. So I kind of stopped partying, and then one day I actually had I had pregnancy scares before because my periods have always been irregular. I've never really had consistent periods, but just a backstory, I was on birth control and we were using protection, so I just want to let you guys know that. I was not taking my birth control consistently, and that is why I got pregnant, but I was using protection and I was on a form of the birth control pill. So whenever I found out, I had many scares before. My period was always late, and I would always have my boyfriend at the time go get me cheap pregnancy tests from the dollar stores, $1 ones. Those do work, if you're wondering. Go get those and just kind of let me take them just to be safe. So he'd always do that for me. Basically, literally, we did it probably 5 other times before this time. We did it a lot because I was always so scared. But at the same time, I really did, I'm not gonna lie, I had baby fever. The school I went to the year before had 2 pregnant girls in my class, and one of them actually had birth in the middle of the school year. So I had baby fever so bad because I watch OK Baby, KK and Baby J. You guys know YouTube will definitely take a toll on you if you watch family vloggers. It really makes you want to have a kid, but I wasn't trying in no way, shape, or form, but I definitely was having baby fever. So one day he went to the store, and I think when I totaled it, I was only 2 or 3 days late on my period, and that's normal for me. I think it was actually 3 or 4 days late. So he went to the store and he got one, and I had peed so much that day. I literally peed probably 8 times that day or more, and I know that might not seem like a lot for some people, but for me that was a lot. I kept peeing, and then my boobs were sore. And I was having menstrual cramps. But that still does not mean that you are getting your period, because I thought I was just going to get my period. But the one sign that told me is that my boobs don't get sore before I get my period. Some people's do, but mine don't. But still, I once again thought maybe it's just happening this time, but mine never did. So that was the #1 sign for me that I was like, okay, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. So he brought it home, and he was like, are you, you know it's going to be negative and stuff. I was like, yeah, I'm not stupid, whatever. I know it's going to be negative. I literally had no doubts. I was like, it's going to be negative. And I literally, this was kind of funny, I held in my pee while he went to the store because I literally had to pee so bad, and I was like, no, you gotta wait. So kind of funny story what I did. I took a Gatorade cap, and that's actually what I peed in because I was taking it at his house, and I didn't want his parents to see anything because I didn't want them to expect that I was taking a pregnancy test. I didn't want anyone to know. So I just took a little Gatorade cap. It doesn't take much, and you get a little dropper. Drop it on. I'll insert pictures of the first pregnancy test I ever took, and then I'll later on in this video I'll show you guys the other ones. But I did that, and okay, so I was in the bathroom by myself at this time, and I did that, and I looked at it. One line showed, I didn't really see 2 lines. I was like, okay, it's negative. Well, I had it in my hand, and I took it back to his room. I was like, yeah, we're fine, it's negative. I had it in my hand like this. I looked back down, and just to make sure, it's negative, whatever. And I seen a faint second line. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, wait, it might not be negative. He was like, what? And I was like, no, I swear, do you see this faint second line? And if you see a faint second line, you are more than likely 100% pregnant. When I told my friends and stuff, none of them believed me. They were like, no, like, you don't know yet. But, like, if there is a second line, you are more than likely pregnant. Whether it's faint, bold, whatever, you are more than likely 100% pregnant. So I looked down at it, and I knew that because I watch YouTube and I watch a lot of pregnant people. So I knew that if there was a faint second line, you are pregnant. So I looked down at it, and I was like, do you see that? And he came and looked at it for a minute. He's like, yeah, I see that. He was like, that's there. So we waited a couple more minutes, and it just kind of got a little bit bolder. It wasn't super bold, but you could definitely tell now that it was for sure there. So what I did was, he started like kind of crying a little bit. I was kind of like freaking out. I still didn't hit me yet because I definitely thought it was going to be negative. Like, I literally had no doubts. I was like, it's going to be negative, like, whatever. So I got in my car. I went and I parked at this like little park place, and I FaceTimed my friend. She was the first person I told, and I said, is this positive? Like, tell me that I'm not just seeing things. She was like, Jess, you are pregnant. So I was like, oh my gosh. So I went back to his house for a little bit, and I kind of just needed to get away from him. Like, I needed to be alone and to let this settle in. So I went home, and then later on that night, I was like, this is killing me. Like, I have to know for sure that I'm pregnant. Like, I am so confused. Like, am I pregnant? I knew I was, but, like, I needed, like, some type of confirmation. So what I did was, at that night, I was going to wait till the next day to go to Kroger to get, like, 4 more pregnancy tests, like, actual, like, clear blue good ones. So I waited, and I was like, I'll wait till tomorrow. Well, about 11 o'clock, midnight rolled around, and I literally could not sleep. I was like, no, I have to know now. So I drove all the way there by myself, like 30 minutes away, because I didn't want to wake my boyfriend up, and none of my friends, like, really wanted to go. They were all, like, sleeping, whatever. So, I went there, and my mom was working at the time. I bought them all. I came home, and I was like, I'm going to wait till the morning to take them now. Well, I couldn't. So I took one of them actually in my car. Funny story how I did that. We won't talk about it. I took one in my car, and it came back positive, and I was like, no, I know I'm pregnant now. So on the way home, I had that wasn't the clear blue one. That was another one, which I'll insert the picture, and you can see it's the one that has the plus. That was the one I took in my car, and then I went back home, and I went ahead and took one of the clear blue ones. It came in a 2-pack, and I was going to take one in the morning and take one now. I took one, and the clear blue one came back pregnant. So I was like, okay, Jess, you are pregnant, like, no matter what. So I knew at that point I was pregnant, but then I was just going to go ahead and take the other clear blue one in the morning just to see. Also came back positive, not a shock. So that's basically how I found out. I don't want to drop you guys off there. I want to tell you, like, what's going on now and, like, my parents and all that stuff. But that's for a separate video. Like I said, let me know what you guys want to see. So that is how I found out I was pregnant. It did take a while to settle in, and I'm actually already 3 months now. I'm 12 weeks. I'll be 13 weeks Friday, which is in 2 days, which this video probably won't be up before then. But I will go ahead and show you guys my bump, because I do have a pretty, like, hang on. You can definitely tell. If you don't know me, you might not be able to tell, but if you know me, you know that this is not what my stomach actually looks like. So, like I said, if you guys ever need any help, any questions, if you're going through the same thing, message me on Instagram, because I know how you feel, because none of my friends are pregnant. I literally, like, all the people I knew that were pregnant have already had their kids now, so I basically am doing this alone as well. So, if you guys ever want to DM me on Instagram, feel free to message me, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!